Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video we'll be talking a little bit about corporate social responsibility. So what exactly is corporate social responsibility, or CSR in short? So this concept has gained a lot of importance ever since the Companies Act of 2013 came into place. With the inception of Section 135, corporate social responsibility became an activity that was mandated upon certain companies. In the past, the concept of giving back or corporate social responsibility did not exist, and companies were not legally bound to follow any such philanthropic activities. Now, in the present, companies are legally bound to engage in certain social welfare activities according to law. So what does Section 135 talk about? So we have to understand that ever since Section 135 came into place, corporate social responsibility has become something that is mandated upon all companies which have a certain category of profits. So we have to understand also the fact that India is one of the first countries to actually make this into a provision under law. So what exactly is Section 135 talking about? In the first place, we'll have to understand who has to spend on these activities. So a certain category of company will have to ensure that a certain amount of profits is spent towards these activities. So who are these companies? So a company which has a net worth of 500 crores or a turnover of 1000 crores or a net profit of 5 crores. This is based on Section 135 clause 1, which has stated that these, if a company falls under one of the three categories, they are mandatorily obligated to spend on certain CSR activities. So what other thing that Section 135 does is that it mandates these companies to form a CSR committee. The composition of the committee is also stated in Section 135 clause 1, where it states that a minimum of 3 directors, out of which one shall be an independent director. So a minimum of 3 directors are responsible for this entire process. So their functions are also stated in Section 135 under clause 3, where they are responsible to formulate and recommend to the board what policy they will or what activities they will indulge in. And they also have to recommend the amount of expenditure to be incurred on such activities, and they also have to monitor the corporate social responsibility activities. Now, the next important question that we have to ask is that what kind of activities qualify under law? Can a company spend its money on anything, or what does the law say with regard to where this money has to go? For this, we'll have to look into Schedule 7, which lays down certain activities for which a company can spend its money on. So basically it has certain provisions like eradicating poverty, hunger, or promoting education, or promoting gender equality, and many such activities like health and environmental development. And all these activities qualify as a CSR activity. So the law has not only made it mandatory for all these companies to follow CSR as a policy, it has also said what qualifies as a CSR activity. So the next important question that one must ask is to what extent the CSR expenditure must turn out. So basically the company has to spend based on the three preceding financial years. So basically it's an average net profit of the 3 preceding financial years, which has been stated in Section 135 clause 5. So they are calculating based on the 3 preceding financial years and they will arrive at a figure, and based on that the company has to spend, and the CSR committee will look at what kind of activities will they spend on. So having said that, we have certain companies in India which have taken up the concept of corporate social responsibility. So in what form have they taken up? In the case of Mahindra and Mahindra, they have focused on women education or education for the girl child. So in their scheme, Nani Kali scheme, they have focused on education for the girl child. So in case of the ITC group, they have a concept of e-Chaupal where they are assisting farmers in certain ways. And then we have certain groups like Tata Group, which indulges in certain rural developmental activities. And then we have companies like Hindustan Unilever, which are promoting sustainable living plans as their CSR activity. So having said all this, now we have a clear understanding of what CSR exactly is, and how companies take up, to what extent do they have to spend, and what categories of companies are mandated to spend. So all these are what the law says, and Schedule 7 gives you a list of activities for which these funds have to be spent for. So yes, so with this we have understood the basics of corporate social responsibility. I thank you guys for watching my video. In case you liked my video, you can hit the like button, and please do subscribe. And in case you have questions, I will leave email ID in the description, as well as you can add anything in the comments. Thank you guys, thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video. See you, bye.